I had to fix my screen. YouTube got a whole bunch of different kind of options and shit now. But right now, we about to get busy right now. About to get busy right now. I'm waiting for everybody to come lock in with me. My bad, I was supposed to been live. I was supposed to been live 15 minutes ago. 15 minutes ago. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Just wait for a few people to come in. We're gonna get right into it though. Right into it. Right into it. First, I want to play something for y'all real quick. I want to play something for y'all real quick. You know what I mean? Play something for you guys real quick. Hold on for a second. Shout it out. Shout out my son Bill. Bill, what up, baby? Pardon me on that, man. I was trying to fix this joint, man. Now, I want to play something real quick. Right? It's about to come on right now. I seen some shit happen with DJ Vlad. It was a post. Supposedly, he's saying that Roc Nation paid them all this money to, make Tory Lanez look bad in the public, which somehow swayed other people to pick it up in media to make them look guilty and stuff like that. And Roc Nation paid jurors off and all this other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes. You say you rose from the gutter, but you have trained and tortured the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court.
Tory Lanez father.
And our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Tarr and Alex Bott.
They met on Saturday before. They met
with our witness. And then the man came back, and I sat in the hallway while he sat with Jody Little, the prosecutor's investigator.
That's a fact.
Who acted
That's
so
risky. That's
dumb,
right. This shit
an
risky.
intelligent woman who did not want. Listen, I've seen so much evidence buried in this, and I know exactly what the public out here will say. Don't talk. You will say, I say this because I'm a father. See, I am a father of thousands around the world. I'm a father of my kids, but a spiritual father to many. And I don't make stupid allegations because I got nothing better to do. You all have been bartering and trading the souls of young black and brown men in this country. And I'm calling on all the umbrellas. I'm calling on everybody in this country to begin to rise up because your sons have been done dirty. It's not over. God does not lose. Never. And even though we've come to this juncture, trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
This is not the
I know that this is wickedness. This district attorney, Miss Kathy Tarr, is the same one that witnessed or knew that 5 sheriff's deputies in LA County beat up a Spanish man with the last name Carrillo until the guy was beaten to and passed out. ABC News interviewed that man after Eyewitness News, and he said, I thought I would never be here to see my child born, and I would never been able to be around to see my other child rise up. But I'm telling you, this court system is not for justice. It's about wins and losses, and they do dirty to do whatever they can. Jay-Z, let me speak to you.
He has kids.
Roc Nation.
Yes.
Because my son refused to sign a Roc Nation deal with you.
Yes.
And Desiree Perez, you wicked witch, you snitch.
Yes.
You turned on your co-conspirators, all the whole Mafia one of you that was peddling drugs in this country, and you ruled on them before so the Fed could give you a deal.
Now you think
All of you, trust me, I have intercessors, prayer warriors around the world, and they will not stop until you are cut off.
Yes.
No, we don't.
All right, real quick. Everybody know what's going on. That was Tory Lanez's father. That was Tory Lane's pops. His pops was basically saying that in that interview right there, that somehow Jay-Z and Desiree Perez influenced the media, the judicial system to for an unfavorable verdict, unfavorable verdict for Tory Lanez. Shout out to my man Pop. Shout out Red. I see you. Listen, man. Shout out to Choke No Joke too. Cause Choke No Joke said something interesting too, and I'm gonna play that in a second. But here's the thing, right? DJ Vlad yesterday dropped a bombshell on his Twitter and Instagram saying that he's tired of Rock Nation. He's fed up. They've been paying Rock Nation been paying him to plant certain stories in the media about artists, just several things like the basically specifically Tory Lanez, right? They gave Vlad money allegedly, right? Know what I mean? About they gave him some money, right? So they were putting fake stories out there supposedly on behalf of Rock Nation to cover up Megan, Megan the Good. No, not Megan Good. What's her name? Megan the Stallion. She got shot in her leg, her foot, whatever she got shot at. Basically, they're saying that that was a lie. Like my man Red said, they said that shit was a lie. That she never got shot. Like she cut her foot on a piece of glass, and they saying that basically Rock Nation is behind that because Tory Lanez wouldn't sign a contract with Rock Nation, so they had to get him out the way, right? Shout out to Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez a big superstar, big artist, but this story right here, I'm not really feeling it. I know y'all out there, you feel me? Y'all might believe it, because a lot of people, I got this news yesterday at night. Somebody texted me and was like, yo, Jay-Z's finished. I was like, what? So I look and I see the headlines and I'm following, and I'm like, damn. Now Vlad, supposedly that's all he put out there was that Rock Nation been paying him, and basically he ready to spill the beans, right? And tell the public exactly what Rock Nation been doing, right? All right, cool. But here's the thing, right? He said that the money that he was given was untraceable. They gave him 50,000. Sometimes they give him 10,000 in Bitcoin because it's untraceable, and then they'll give him 50,000, depending on how big the story was, to plant against certain artists or whatever, right? To sway DJ Vlad viewers to believe, whatever Rock Nation was putting out there, So it's a lot of conspiratorial things against Jay-Z, right? Since the beginning, they said that this sign right here is the Illuminati, right? They said that Jay wife be doing demonic shit, like doing little shit, showing the all seeing eye, from the Illuminati. They said she be throwing up little signs, and they be doing things like this, and they 33rd degree Masons, 33, whatever that shit is, right? Look, I don't know what's going on, but I can tell you that Rock Nation that's not no mafia. You know what I'm saying? Like what our definition of what the mafia is, Rock Nation is not a mafia. They smart business people. You feel me? The entertainment business is cutthroat all day. And in the end, it's about the executive winning more than the artist. So the artists get, they get dissed and played and get fucked while the executives get rich off of them. And the artists are expendable. They hot for the particular moment. And then next thing you know, they done. You feel me? Like the artist is done, but the executive lives on and on and on. So just think about how many artists came in the last 10 years. 10 years ago, the hottest artist in the world in New York City and hip hop was what's my boy? With the iPad, Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap was the hottest thing smoking. They got what they got out of him, discarded him. You feel me? His career started going down, whatever. He got locked up. Now he back. Hopefully he get back to the top independently and it's sustainable so he could, keep doing that thing, but keep doing his thing, feed his family and satisfying his fans. Hopefully he continue to do that. But the industry don't like nobody. They eat you up in the industry. They don't care about nobody in the industry. So it's a cold fact and it's a cold business. They don't care about nobody. Real talk. Jay-Z didn't start that practice. That practice started, you could take this shit back in the days. We could take it to the 40s and 50s with Jackie Wilson. We could take this back to Billie Holiday. We take it back to Ella Fitzgerald. They all had bad contracts. The smart ones was able to maintain and have longevity because they put up their own bread and they saved their bread. Look at an artist like James Brown back in the day. People don't know James Brown was one of the richest artists in the 60s. He did his own thing. Everybody talk about Jay-Z and Puff Daddy having private jets and all that. James Brown had that back then. You know what I'm saying? The Temptations, they got taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? Many artists got taken advantage of, but many artists were smart and they maintained. Look at Otis Redding. Otis Redding wrote a lot of the first rock and roll songs before his career took off. People don't know Otis Redding had his own plane. Otis Redding was worth millions of dollars. You know, he was smart with his money. He put his money into his business. He treated it like a business. Shout out to Babyface is another one. You know, they treated the industry like a business because I'm not saying that like Tory Lanez father, he's lying or I don't know what's going on. But Tory Lanez is a big artist. You can never mistake that. Tory Lanez is big. He's a big time artist. But is he really an artist that's so big to the point where Jay-Z has to ruin his career by planting false stories in the media to get him locked up for what? Just because he didn't want to sign with him? I don't think that's true. Yo, Jay's doing big business. Yo, let me tell you something. I was just reading something about Jay-Z. Jay-Z had a cannabis company like that he was doing business with. It's a company called Monogram. Y'all can look it up. It's called Monogram, and I'll show y'all. You heard? Right? It's called Monogram. Jay-Z and Monogram combined lost a total of $575 million because their weed business, they tried to get in the bud business. It didn't take off. They were trying to sell pre-rolls, a joint for $50. Like, we from the hood. We know, like, come on. Jay, he don't even embody, he's not like Snoop Dogg where they got the reputation for smoking weed and you can even trust his judgment. Jay was probably never even a smoker, so it didn't take off. Just because he's not a smoker don't mean it can't take off. But their business didn't take off. They lost $500 million. So somebody that loses $500 million, why would he care about a couple millions, losing if he don't sign Tory Lanez? But like my man Red said, yo, what's her name? Tory Lanez broke the code, knew how to extract the money for the industry without the major labels, and that's why Jay and them was opposing Tory Lanez. I mean, that's probably possible. I don't know. I can't tell you if it's true or not, but Jay, like, he a little too far up. You feel me? To be worried about a nigga like Tory Lanez. You know what I mean? Tory Lanez was up too, but Jay in billionaire status. Like, he got big deals. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know about the control. See, the thing with the music business. Let me tell you something. I fucked with music. I still do music from time to time. I don't like the business. Once I see what the business is about, and it's not like a nigga can't get in the business. You can get in the business at any age, at any time. But I don't like who running that business because it's not designed for you to win. Like, I like win-win situations. And in the industry, it's not a win-win situation. You feel me? It's a lot of people giving you money, put you in debt. You're gonna always owe. Like, I'm from the street. My nigga in the street ain't gonna put me in debt. So I'm not letting somebody behind a desk put me in debt. You feel me? And like he said, the business is dangerous. It deals with devils every day, right? And the business is dangerous. And look, it's crazy because, like, the reason why I speak on this, and I don't know these people like we friends, but I seen Jay-Z before, I seen Desiree Perez before, right? And in close settings, right? And I seen DJ Vlad. I met DJ Vlad before. And they seem cool to me. Like, I'm not in their business. You feel me? I do my own little thing. Whenever I was around somebody that knew both of them. So I was, one person knew Vlad. This was years ago. One person knew Jay and Desiree. Two separate people. But, I can't say I know them because I've been around them. I don't know them at all. But what I can say is they all seem cool. But I don't know about the details and the breakdowns of how the industry is broken down, and I don't know that type of stuff. They just seem like cool people, just like you see somebody in the club or you see somebody, in being introduced. All right, what's up? How you doing? Okay, cool. They was just cool. So I don't know, why Vlad would write that. I don't know the the levels of you know what I'm saying? I don't know the levels of like they say secret doors in the industry, right? There's secret levels and certain things you have to do in order to have success in TV and the music business. And a lot of that is like ritualistic, right? It could be homosexual activities that you have to engage in order to get inside the industry because they need something over your head to blackball you. And they said this is what a lot of people go through in the music industry. That's why, a lot of this 50 the documentary on Puff, and he was insinuating at that, like, yo, this is like what, happens. There was a guy named Little Rod, not to go on a tangent, but I just want to give you an example of this ritualistic behavior, black male behavior that's been going on in the industry, right? And that's why I can't fuck with that shit because it's like, yo, for fame and fortune, you gotta like open up your butthole? No homo. Like you gotta let a nigga stick you? Like get the fuck out of here. You feel me? It's so much business and industries in the world. Like the music business is one of many thousands of industries. You feel me? And it's not even the most paying industry. There's industries that's way bigger than the music business that probably go through the same ritualistic shit. I don't know. But anything, I like to be independent. Control, I like to put up my bread and flip my bread any way I can. I go and buy shirts like this. Shout out to Marsupio, and I'll get 100 of these and sell them on the street. Like I can control that. You feel me? You ain't got to be big time. So you don't need, when you're independent, you can do whatever you want. You ain't, your success ain't contingent on the next person appeasing the next person. You feel me? So it's a lot going on in that music industry, man, for real. And I know a lot of people in the game and the entertainment. And I think that the game, that when it comes to the industry, the music business, particularly in the entertainment business, there's gatekeepers. Just like in any other business, there's gatekeepers. Because anybody can really enter entertainment. Anybody and everybody could get into the entertainment business. You don't have to have, as far as being an artist, right? Or even not even just being an artist, being a promoter. Business is business. So the entertainment business is one lane, and anybody could get in there. Don't think that shit is exclusive. But they supposedly not gonna let you get to another level unless you do satanic, ritualistic things that's like detrimental to your soul. Yeah, and they say that's why a lot of these artists are on drugs. Now I'm not gonna name too many of them. You know what I mean? I'm not because we all watch the tabloids, we all watch the blogs, so we kind of got an idea of who been compromised, so to say. Before I finish, let me get some likes in here, man. Can I get some likes? Because we talking some real shit right now. I need to get some likes in here. We talking some real shit. We talking about DJ Vlad. We talking about what's boy name? Tory Lanez. We talk about Rock Nation, and we talking about is Rock Nation ran like a mafia. Because what DJ Vlad, well, thank you for that like. I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit me up in the chat. You feel me? I'm the reason why I'm going live because I seen what happened when it came to DJ Vlad posting that thing up on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, subscribe, baby. Please hit the like button and subscribe. You know what I mean? I every week I try to go live. I'm gonna try to do it a lot more, but I have been busy. I've been setting up, going on a couple of trips this year, so I've just been lining up my itinerary and stuff. So I couldn't get at my YouTube people. I got 8,909 subscribers, and I appreciate y'all. Subscribe to my channel, man. Cause I'm gonna keep dropping more real shit. It's coming from a person that's in the loop that knows a little bit about what's going on. I don't know everything. You feel me? I'm not in every loop, but I get information. People share a lot of information with me. I know a few things, especially about that entertainment corny industry. And I just say that to say this, right? When it comes to this entertainment business, it's like majority of the people, facts, bro. Come to when you get up top, holler at me. But the whole thing is what I'm saying is this, right? When it comes to people who sell their soul to get money. Money, they say money is the root of all evil. I don't know if that's the truth, but money is the start of all evil if not handled correctly. And this is what happens. A lot of the people that's trying to get into the music industry, a lot of acts fail. So if you got 100 acts, maybe 2 might make it out to 100. So 98 acts fail because that's just the way it is. you could never like the labels don't even know who's gonna become a star. It's all about the people. If the people accept you or like your music or your acting or whatever it is you do, right? Your performance. So it's really up to the people. So nobody can predict who's gonna be a star, who's not gonna be a star. Now, with that being said, the industry is at an all-time low when it comes to trying to monetize in a massive way. Now we see a lot of artists monetize. You're seeing a lot of artists get $30 million deals, $40 million deals, allegedly. I don't think it's like that, like how the NBA and NFL contracts and MLB contracts are, where that money's like damn near guaranteed. In the industry, it's I don't know how I don't know how those contracts is broken down, but very rarely somebody is getting really a $40 million check and they could cash that shit out and they got 40 million in the bank. There's a lot of stipulations and that money has to go a lot of ways before it's even given to the artist. Like the record companies are not putting that much money in the average artist. A lot, and they have the artists looking like money, wearing these fake Moissanite chains and all this fancy clothing. A lot of that shit probably bootleg, and they got the fake watches. A lot. Come on, some of the biggest rap artists or artists in the world, they're being sold fake APs and fake Piaget watches and fake Petit Philippe's. You know, fake Richard Milles. You know, you see dudes on the internet with big giant chains that's, look all crazy, as shining and them chains ain't worth nothing. Nigga tell you, yo, I paid 50,000, 100 bands for that chain. That chain probably cost $25 to $50. Real shit. Like no more than $150. And that's you paying the dude just to design it and make it. It has no intrinsic value. You take that to anywhere, there is a piece of metal that's worth nothing. It's not real gold. It's not real platinum. It's not even silver. That shit is made of steel. And steel costs nothing to produce. So at the end of the day, like, it's all a gimmick and it's all fake. Now, Tory Lanez, he's a special kind of artist because he found his own lane. Allegedly, Tory Lanez was like getting $1 million off of mixtapes. He was basically going straight to the consumer, cutting the music industry out of the deal. And a lot of the executives, they probably didn't like that. This is what the conspiracies is coming in with relating to Tory. They said a lot of people probably didn't like that because it's like, yo, you want to educate the artists, they going to start getting all the money. And all the executives, they feel like, yo, if all the artists know how to get the money without us, then we don't have a business anymore. And you have to remember, a lot of these record companies, right? A lot of these record companies, they on the stock market. So this is standard business. And anytime a business makes the stock market, that business is formulaic. It has a great formula. It's had, it got a structure to where it's like, it becomes a stable. And the powers that be, these investors and these big giant corporations or oligarchs or barons that's behind these companies, right? Vivendi, Viacom, Universal, whatever these companies are, right? These big giant companies, all of this money that's behind them, they're not too fond of somebody like Tory Lanez coming in and, like my man said, crack the code. Right? Crack the code and cut them out the big picture. They don't like that. Think about it if you was in the street, right? If you was selling drugs in the street and you built up your block to making 50,000 a day. All of a sudden, somebody come along, find out a better formula to get 500,000 a day. You're going to be like, wait, hold on. But you got the big bank. You've been making 50,000 a day for the last 100 years. This dude just came 3 weeks ago, started making 500,000 a week. So you got enough sway and experience and money saved to buy that person out. Find out their formula, take it, incorporate it into yours by paying them off. But what happened if that person that's making that 500,000 a week and be like, yo, I'm good. I'm good with my 500,000 a week. You had a 100-year run. Now let me get my run. The dude that's making the company or whoever, them people that's making that 50,000 a week, they gonna have a problem with that dude cutting into their money. Not only is he making way more money than them, now he making them look obsolete. So they're gonna use that 100 years of experience and network to get rid of your ass. And that's what they saying happened with Tory Lanez. They saying that he was about to teach the code. When I say code, show artists how to get money independently without the label. And the labels wasn't with that, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know how true that is. I can't tell you if it's true or not. I don't know anything about that. But what I can tell you is that Rock Nation, like I can say if I can say if 100 artists that were signed to them started doing what Tory Lanez was doing, and then they just become obsolete, and then that'd probably give it more motive for Jay-Z or the Desiree to, dismantle some of these artists' careers or whatever. But Tory Lanez, he was never their artist, and plus they already have a lot of artists locked in to where if they wasn't able to acquire Tory Lanez, they got a whole bunch of artist contracts that they're making money off of. So I don't know, man. I don't know how true it is, but I can say that Rock Nation definitely isn't ran like a mafia. There's nothing mafia about that, And like I said, I don't know the ins and outs and the outs and ins, but that's not ran like a mafia. Them dudes is corporate. They corporate, very smart. As far as when it comes to the music industry and knowing how to promote, they smart on that level. I don't know if they scholarly smart, but they know the business, right? So I just want to say that I don't know how true that is when it comes to, you know, Jay-Z purposely trying to destroy Tory Lanez. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's bigger artists out there than Tory. You know what I'm saying? That's doing shit. Look at Tech Nine, for example. Tech Nine is an artist that's probably made more money than the biggest artists that we know that signed to record companies, and Tech Nine is independent. He been making money for the last 35 years. He owned warehouses, merchandise, music. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got so much different assets. I don't see anybody trying to destroy Tech Nine. Look at E40. E40 is another one. E40 been independent since 1988, 89. The Bay Area alone, that Bay Area, when I was growing up, was all about independence. Like, everybody was looking towards New York because we got the best lyricists and we got the best, well, my opinion, we got the best lyricists and we got the best natural hip hop stars, right? Because at the end of the day, hip hop started in New York, but I was looking at the Bay Area because their business was way better. They was independent. They put up their own bread. They sell out shows. I was looking at them, JT, Bigger Figure, and all of them in the 90s. They was inspiration for wanting to go into independent because they was actually getting the money out the game. And I didn't see too much record labels trying to, this is back in the 90s when it was real money, tangible money in the industry, meaning you could sell your CDs with no problem. You could, it cost you probably $1 to print up a CD with a cover, and you could sell it for $20. So it was way more money back then off of CD sales and things like that. And I ain't see the record companies, doing crazy shit, setting up, what's my man, Rapping Forte and JT, the Bigger Figure, and Drew Down and all of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? E40 and the Click and all of them. Like, so why would they start now to setting up Tory Lanez? Like, I find that a little far-fetched, but then again, I don't know. It might be true, it might not be. You feel me? I don't know. I can't really tell you. So that's what I want to speak about today. And to back up what I'm saying, right? I want to play something from Choke No Joke. Choke No Joke is he's like a Jay-Z hater. And I don't say that in the way like I'm trying to shit on Choke No Joke. He hate Jay-Z. He don't like him at all. Right? But Choke No Joke says some real shit. Even as one of his number one haters, he said some real shit. You heard? And he said, I'm gonna play exactly what this nigga said. Right? Choke No Joke. Right? He said something today. Because all this is breaking news overnight. This shit was breaking news overnight. So let me see what the hell this dude Choke No Joke said. He said it right here. It's a 5-minute video. But he started breaking it down, right? He should start breaking it down, like his opinion on why that shit could be a force as far as that statement DJ Vlad made. And I'm going to play it right now.
Check it out, y'all. Your boy Choke No Joke.
Choke looking like Uncle Ben.
I had to come on real quick.
Shout out to Choke No Joke.
So many people are sending me this tweet from Vlad that's saying that Jay-Z and Rock Nation allegedly paid Vlad off to support Megan Thee Stallion. They paid off some judges, allegedly.
Talk that talk.
They paid off Trump to not pardon Tory Lanez. Like,
Hold on, let me stop that right there. Right? See, I think Vlad might have been hacked too, because you can't pay off Donald Trump to pardon Tory Lanez, because Tory Lanez has a state case, and Donald Trump can only pardon federal cases. So that's not that pardoning Tory Lanez is not in the jurisdiction. Like Donald Trump has no power over that. Only person that can pardon Tory Lanez will be Gavin Newsom, who is the governor of California. So that right there was like a falsehood, and I'm glad he brought that one up. But let me just finish a little. Let me just tell y'all a little bit of play the rest. You know what I mean? What Choke is saying.
first of all,
Looking like Uncle
first
Ben.
thing in the morning,
Go ahead, Uncle Ben.
Vlad is going to come on and say that his Twitter or his X got hacked.
Wait, hold on. Choke said Vlad was going to come on in the morning. This morning, but it's the afternoon now in New York City at least. And he was going to say, nah, my Twitter got hacked. That wasn't me. So far, DJ Vlad didn't come on and refute those claims that was posted on his account. So Choke, you lost that one. But go ahead.
You all know Vlad ain't built like that to even go up against Jay-Z, to tell any truths about Jay-Z. To Trump pardon Tory, he can't even pardon Tory.
Yep, but I said this
It's
already.
not a federal
We're going to
case.
skip this. We're going to skip that.
For stuff. If you don't know by now that his page done got hacked, and you know Vlad ain't got a backbone in the world to go up against Jay-Z and tell any truths about Jay-Z, if that was even true, then you're just being entertained with the rest of these goofy fools that's reposting this and believing it. And you know me, I am not a Jay-Z pom-pom waver. I'm not a jigaboo. I'm not all the rest of these suck-ass dudes who be sucking Jay off. So, you know I'm not out here defending Jay-Z when I tell you this. But I promise you, Vlad already knows his page been hacked. And someone is doing this, but the clout chaser that he is, he's going to let it run for as long as it can run, which will be tomorrow, before Rock Nation and Jay-Z and them start sending lawyers at his ass. Then he'll come and say my page was hacked. Right now, he's loving the attention, right? So he's going to let y'all run with it.
That's all I'm saying. Now, I somewhat agree with Choke No Joke. Vlad is he's all right. He's not a bad dude. He has controversial things on his platform. If you go to Vlad TV, you'll see he has a lot of controversial things up there, controversial stories. He does a story on Tekashi 6ix9ine every month. You understand? I don't think he's scared of a backlash from Jay-Z, Rock Nation, as far as a physical backlash, or even probably not even a legal backlash. It's just like right now he hasn't refuted his statements, so far his statement stands, and that's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to get to talk about this on this beautiful afternoon in New York City, because the internet was on fire last night. People hitting me up and they say, "Yo, S, you seen this shit?" I was like, "Damn," you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Choke No Joke, you know what I mean? Shout out to Choke No Joke. He out here trying to shed his light on certain things and all of that. But I'm here right now, man. Right now, start going live a lot more. My bad for not being able to go live in the first 25 minutes. This phone and this YouTube stuff is confusing. I was trying to set my screen a certain horizontal, and then they was giving me a hard time making it horizontal, like how I'm talking to you guys now, because it's best to talk on a full screen, where I'd rather just get a long form feed than a short form feed. So little things like that kept me from talking to y'all right away. But right now, you know, we got 15 minutes left, you know, and I'm here, man. I'm gonna keep coming through, trying to blow this long form feed up. You know what I'm saying? See, if I was short form, it would have blew up a lot faster. But you know what? And so it is what it is, baby. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I mean? I got mad subscribers. I gotta get. Whoa, wait, hold on. Look at this with Tory Lanez. I'm just on Tory Lanez joint. I don't know if y'all can see it. He got 5 million subscribers. Tory Lanez, for an independent artist, Tory Lanez was a big deal. And he still is a big deal. He got 5 million followers. I mean, subscribers on YouTube. That's like equivalent to like having 50 million followers on Instagram. YouTube is way bigger than Instagram, you know? So, I don't know, man. Tory Lanez was a big deal, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't take nothing away from Tory, man. I hope he come home. I hope he get pardoned. You feel me? I hope he get pardoned. But I'm here, man. I'm just here shouting it out. Right now, we gonna I might end this a little early and shit, man. Anything y'all want to ask me, anything y'all want to say, y'all can. But I'm about to get up out of here, you know? I want to spread that. I'm gonna start trying to go live every day, man. You know? Go live every day and talk some real talk. And this relates to my brand. My brand is Prison Stories. Tory Lanez is in prison. You feel me? A couple parties involved, the names that was mentioned, been to prison. Desiree, she been in jail. She been in prison. So I try to keep it. I'm not with too much celebrity, like talking about celebrities. I try to keep it in my context, which is prison. You feel me? So with that being said, I just want to tell y'all I love y'all. Appreciate y'all for even joining me on this afternoon. I'm gonna get out of here a little early and shit. I don't mean to end abruptly. But first, I want to just send a shout out to all of y'all. New York City, we love y'all. I'm out of here. Peace, y'all.